Hello everyone, thanks for joining us in 591 Lab. For Cisco SD-WAN solution, the certificate is 300-415. Lab is the top IT training and certification exam run in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Singapore. Our mission at 591 Lab is to provide our clients with exceptional exam preparation experience for certification in Cisco, Huawei, Aruba, Juniper, Palo Alto, and Fortinet exam tracks. Here is our outline today. We have policies and TLOC extension. We will have 3 questions. For the policies, we will discuss the classification of policies and their configuration. Also, we will discuss the TLOC extension benefits and how to use it. Let's start with our first question. An engineering team must prepare a traffic engineering policy where an MPLS circuit is preferred for traffic coming from the admin VLAN. Internet should be used as backup only. Which configuration fulfills this requirement? Okay, as Internet should be used as a backup only, we will use MPLS with higher preference. So MPLS here should have a higher preference than the Internet. For the first option that we have, MPLS is 300 and public Internet is 600. So A is not the correct answer. So let's move to the next choice. Okay, here we have MPLS with 600, which looks fine, and public Internet with 300, which looks fine. Now let's see the policy itself. At the policy, we have the data policy, VPN list, VPN 10, which is service policy, sequence 1, match source data prefix list with specific source prefix, destination data prefix list with specific destination prefix, and the action to accept, set VPN 512. 512 is management, out of band management VPN, so we cannot use it here. So B also is not the correct answer. Let's move it to C. Okay, here we have MPLS with 300 and public Internet with 600, which is not to fulfill our requirements. So C also is not correct. Let's see our latest option. We have D. Okay, we have here MPLS with 600 and public Internet with 300, which is good. And now let's move to the policy and read it. Okay, we have VPN list VPN 10, sequence 1 with the source and the destination. Let's see here. We have here the service VPN 10, which is correct. So for the preference is correct, and for the VPN itself is correct. So the correct answer should be D. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Refer to the exhibit. The Cisco SD-WAN network is configured with a default full mesh topology. An engineer wants Paris WAN edge to use Internet TLOC as preferred TLOC for MSN, Messenger, and AOL Messenger traffic. Which policy achieves this goal? Okay, as we have here, we have Internet TLOC should be preferred. Okay, also, but for a specific application. Okay, so let's see our options. Okay, we have here a local policy and quality of service. The local policy is not the correct answer because we are using for the all WAN edges to use this internet. Okay, so it's not specifically on Paris also only, it's specific for all the V edges that use Paris for a specific application, which is a messenger, MSN messenger and AOL messenger, to use this link. Okay, so now it should be a centralized policy, not a local policy. Okay, let's move to B. B here, it's a centralized policy, which is correct, but we have a list. List is referred to the list of interest. So if we are using a specific site, specific app, specific prefixes, we should use lists. But I don't think it will fulfill our requirements here. Okay, so let's move to C. C also is a localized policy and it's list, so it's not correct also. Okay, now let's see D. D, we have a centralized policy, which is correct, and traffic policy. Traffic policy is used to match on a specific type of traffic, which is correct. Here we have a specific application, which is MSN Messenger and AOL Messenger traffic. Okay, so the correct answer should be D. Now let's move to the next question. An engineer must improve video quality by limiting HTTP traffic to the internet without any failover. Which configuration is we manage achieve this goal? Okay, first, without any failover, we should use the keyword called strict. Okay, should be checked. If not, the failover will happen. Okay, so let's see here. We have HTTP and we have SLA. Okay, and we have preferred color is public internet, which is correct, and we are using a strict keyword, which is correct. Okay, let's move to the next option. Let's see. Okay, HTTP and the specific SLA, and we have a preferred color as public internet, which is good. Okay, but we have a backup color is public internet. It's the same color. It's not correct, so B is not correct. Okay, let's move to C. We have an SLA and the preferred color is MPLS, which is not correct. Okay, so, and we shouldn't use also a backup color, so this is also not correct. Okay, we have D. We have public internet as a preferred color, which is good. We have a strict, okay, which is good, but now we have an MPLS as backup, and as you can see here, we shouldn't use any failover. Okay, so we shouldn't use backup SLA. Okay, so the correct answer should be A. Okay, now let's move to the question related to the TLOC extension. Okay, we have two questions. Let's start with the first one. Refer to the exhibit. An MPLS connection on R2 must extend to R1. Users behind R1 must have dual connectivity for data traffic. Which configuration provide R1 control connectivity over the MPLS connection? Okay, for using this, I prefer to use the whiteboard. Let's take it here. Okay, we need to extend this MPLS color to the R1. Okay, so R1 have a dual connectivity. Okay, to do this, we have to mark interface gig02 as a TLOC extension. Okay, and mark this interface on gig 02 as tunnel interface. Tunnel interface. Okay, to use this, let's type it here on R1. To achieve this, on interface gig 02, we will use tunnel interface, and the color of course should be the MPLS, which color that we want to extend. On R2, interface GE02, we will have tunnel, we will have TLOC extension of the interface that we will extend, which is G00. Okay, so our options, our choices that we have should match this. Okay, let's back here to see our options. Okay, the first option we will have, let's have the pen. Okay, we will have R1 TLOC extension gig 01. Okay, we will extend R2, so this is not a correct. Okay, so let's move to the next option. Okay, for the key we have R1 a TLOC extension, which is not a correct also. Okay, let's move to C. Okay, in C here we have on R1 the tunnel interface, which is correct, the color MPLS, which is correct, but we have a control connection. Okay, this is not a correct syntax. It could be there, but it should be maximum control connection and then a number. Okay, for R2 it looks fine, TLOC extension and then the interface. So this is the only thing that makes this syntax is not correct. Let's move to D. As you can see here, we have the tunnel interface, which is correct, the MPLS, color MPLS, which is correct, and we have here the TLOC extension of gig 00, which is correct. So the correct answer should be D. Let's move to the final question that we have. What is the main purpose of using TLOC extensions in WAN edge router configuration? The options that we have: transport control traffic to remote site. This is not a correct answer. Okay, because TLOC extension is extended to the WAN edge, but in the same site. Okay, create hardware level transport redundancy at the local site. Yes, this is the local site, and we are extending hardware level by extending the interface, so this is a correct. Create an IPsec tunnel from WAN edge to vBond orchestration. It's not related at all to the vBond, so this is not correct. Okay, transport control traffic to a redundant vSmart controller. It's not related to vSmart redundancy, it's related to control it's related to the hardware redundancy by extending a physical interface. So this also is not correct, so the correct answer should be B. Thank you all for attending today's class at 591 Lab. We hope you found the material informative and helpful. Remember, practice is critical to mastering any new skills. So review the course content and keep practicing with 591 Lab help and support. If you have any question or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact us. We appreciate your participation and look forward to seeing you in our future class. Have a great day.